Imagine this, you and your partner still live under the same roof, share bills, eat dinner together, maybe even raise kids, but you haven't slept together in months or even years. What does this mean for the relationship? In today's video, we are breaking down 10 things that happen when couples stop sleeping with each other. And no, it's not just about sex, it's about connection, communication and emotional health. So let's get into it. If you are new, consider subscribing, turn on the post notification bell, and don't forget to like. Sex is not just a physical act, it's emotional glue. When that part of a relationship disappears, many couples begin to feel emotionally distant, even if they are still, polite or functional. Suddenly, you are just roommates. You stop checking on each other emotionally. You are not, cuddling. You are not touching, and you definitely don't feel seen. In short, the lack of physical intimacy chips away at the emotional intimacy. The second thing is increase in argument. Frustration builds, resentment, creeping. One partner might feel rejected, the other might feel pressured. This tension shows up in other ways. Over dishes, money, in-laws. Small things become, big fights. Why? Because the real elephant in the room, lack of intimacy, is being avoided. So couples start fighting more, but they are really fighting over what they are not saying. Third, lower self-esteem. Let's be honest, when your partner stops initiating or responding to intimacy, you start to wonder, am I not attractive anymore? Are they cheating? Is it me? This can hit a person's confidence hard, and low self-esteem can affect not just the relationship but also your work, your mental health, and your personal identity. You start shrinking in your own skin. Number 4 is rise of infidelity temptation. When needs are not met in a relationship, especially physical and emotional ones, people start looking elsewhere. It doesn't always start with sex. It could be innocent chatting with someone who listens, understands, and make you feel wanted. Before you know it, emotional affairs happen, and sometimes physical ones. Disclaimer, it doesn't justify cheating, but it helps us understand why the temptation rises. The fifth one or both partners start avoiding each other. You avoid eye contact. You go to bed at different times. You spend more time at work, in the gym, or buried in your phone. Anything to avoid awkwardness or having that conversation. This avoidance becomes a silent agreement. Let's not deal with our problem. But what you don't deal with doesn't go away, it grows. The sixth is physical health might be affected. Believe it or not, healthy sexual activity has physical benefits. Stress reduction, improved immunity, better sleep, and even heart health. When couples stop having sex, these benefits are lost. Plus, the stress from the relationship tension can lead to insomnia, headaches, weight gain, or loss of appetite. The body responds to emotional pain even when we try to hide it. The seventh one is communication breaks down. When physical intimacy fades, communication often follows. You stop talking about deep stuff. You stop being vulnerable. You stick to safe topics like work, the kids, or the bill. But you never talk about how you feel. This lack of communication can create a huge emotional gap. Eventually, you stop sharing even the little things, and the silence, it's loud. 8. One partner starts overcompensating. Sometimes one person tries too hard to fix things without addressing the root cause. Maybe they buy gifts, do extra chores, or plan surprise dates. All lovely gestures, but without physical closeness, it can feel like trying to decorate a house with a cracked foundation. Overcompensation can also lead to burnout or bitterness when those efforts don't bring the partner back. 9th, you begin living separate lives. This is subtle but dangerous. You no longer function as a team. You make plans separately, have different friend circles, sleep in separate rooms, and slowly begin to enjoy life without each other. You are together, but you are not really together. At this point, the relationship may feel more like a business partnership than a romantic one. Then the last, you start questioning the entire relationship. Eventually, the question is, are we still couple? Are we still a couple? Or we are just coexisting? When the intimacy dies, many couples begin reevaluating everything: why they got married, what they want now, and whether the relationship is still working. For some, this leads to separation. For others, it leads to counseling and healing. But the lack of sex often becomes the turning point. So now let's look at what can be done. This video is not meant to shame anyone. Life happens. Stress, kids, illness, trauma, and unresolved conflict can cause sexual disconnect. But the most important thing is this: talk about it. Intimacy doesn't just mean sex, it's about closeness, trust, and shared emotional safety. If you are in this season, don't sweep it under the rug. Seek help, try therapy, reconnect in small ways through hugs, quality time, and honest conversations. You can bounce back, but it starts with awareness. Relationships are not always easy, and intimacy is one of those things that can fade if we are not intentional. If you have ever experienced this or you are going through it right now, remember, you are not alone. But the worst thing you can do is ignore it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more real talk about love, sex, and emotional wellness. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.